If you want to keep a secret, you must also hide it from yourself. The best books are those that tell you what you know already. Man is the only creature that consumes without producing. However much you deny the truth goes on existing. In the face of pain, there are no heroes. There was truth, and there was untruth, and if you clung to the truth, even against the whole world, you were not mad. Perhaps one did not want to be loved so much as to be understood. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. The further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. Power is not a means, it is an end. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. To die hating them, that was freedom. Happiness can exist only in acceptance. The choice for mankind lies between freedom and happiness, and for the great bulk of mankind, happiness is better. We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness. If you loved someone, you loved him, and when you had nothing else to give, you still gave him love. Doublethink means the power of holding two contradictory beliefs in one's mind simultaneously and accepting both of them. This is the inevitable fate of the sentimentalist. All his opinions change into their opposites at the first brush of reality. It is this fear of a supposedly dangerous mob that makes nearly all intelligent people conservative in their opinions. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. If you want a vision of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. Reality exists in the human mind, and nowhere else. People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. Journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed. Everything else is public relations. The people will believe what the media tells them they believe. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The distinguishing mark of man is the hand, the instrument with which he does all his mischief. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. If you can feel that staying human is worthwhile, even when it can't have any result whatever, you've beaten them. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time. He wears a mask, and his face grows to fit it. Free speech is my right to say what you don't want to hear. It's the one thing they can't do. They can make you say anything, but they can't make you believe it. They can't get inside you. Freedom is the freedom to say, that 2 plus 2 make 4. If that is granted, all else follows. All the war propaganda, all the screaming and lies and hatred comes invariably from people who are not fighting. All tyrannies rule through fraud and force, but once the fraud is exposed, they must rely exclusively on force. It's frightful that people who are so ignorant should have so much influence. It is the same in all wars. The soldiers do the fighting, the journalists do the shouting, and no true patriot ever gets near a frontline trench, except on the briefest of propaganda tours. Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectable, and to give an appearance of solidity to pure wind. We are living in a world in which nobody is free, in which hardly anybody is secure, in which it is almost impossible to be honest and to remain alive. I sometimes think that the price of liberty is not so much eternal vigilance as eternal dirt. Every generation imagines itself to be more intelligent than the one that went before it, and wiser than the one that comes after it. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. Power is in tearing human minds to pieces and putting them together again in new shapes of your own choosing. In general, the greater the understanding, the greater the delusion, the more intelligent, the less sane. But if thought corrupts language, language can also corrupt thought. Until they become conscious, they will never rebel, and until after they have rebelled, they cannot become conscious. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. A people that elect corrupt politicians, impostors, thieves, and traitors are not victims, but accomplices. In order to hate imperialism, you have got to be part of it. There are occasions when it pays better to fight and be beaten than not to fight at all. Men can only be happy when they do not assume that the object of life is happiness. You can possess money, or you can despise money. The one fatal thing is to worship money and fail to get it. The mass of the rich and the poor are differentiated by their incomes and nothing else, and the average millionaire is only the average dishwasher dressed in a new suit. Within certain limits, it is actually true that the less money you have, the less you worry. Poverty frees them from ordinary standards of behavior, just as money frees people from work. Faith, hope, money. Only a saint could have the first two without having the third.